video game adaptations to live-action films or series can be a hit or miss. You either get the characters down to a T with a lame storyline, or vice versa. However, Netflix The Witcher proved to be a hit to the majority of the video game's fans, as well as the book critics. And for today's video, we'll be sharing with you some of the reasons why people love The Witcher show, so stay tuned. For starters, it's Henry Cavill. What's not to like about the man? He's jacked, committed to the job, and knows his stuff about The Witcher. Although a lot of people are happy that Cavill's taken the role of The Witcher, there are many more who weren't convinced by the actor's stoic portrayal of the iconic character. Compared to what many fans expected from their Man of Steel, the character was considerably more self-aware. Although it may not have worked completely for Superman, Geralt of Rivia has a great capacity to convey more with a look than a speech. He is a man who, despite not belonging anywhere, has found his place in the world. It offers him a sense of mystery that entices viewers to keep watching to find out more. Additionally, he looks great without a shirt on, or so I've been told. This feels comfortable and familiar, since many people in North America are most familiar with the character of Geralt from the Witcher video game series, which portrays him in a very similar way as a man of action rather than words. Cavill is equally adept at playing characters of this type, making them charming while still leaving the rough edges exposed. It surely helps that he looks good with long white hair. Another appealing factor about the series is the mystery of time. Every TV show nowadays is looking for a method to keep an audience interested in what has become the norm in the serialized narrative. There have been many other approaches tested, but The Witcher's solution, a narrative that follows up three separate protagonists through time, but asynchronously, seems to have been successful for a lot of people. The show doesn't even try to explain how any of its mechanics work. The viewer must find out for themselves. Although many critics criticize this, and some viewers may have found it a little perplexing, it appears that audiences enjoyed the game of trying to figure out how everything fits together, how one character's actions might affect another in the future, and how it was all going to come together in the end. These kinds of discussions spark social media activity, which is a terrific method for any modern show to gain viewers. And then there's Jaskier. How can you not love this man and his catchy tunes? You've probably already heard the sweet strains of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, the in-universe song about Geralt that was written by the bard Jaskier. If you're reading this list, rather than attempting to figure out why everyone else is raving about The Witcher, more importantly than being the stuff of memes, the song is immensely catchy. You might not mind having the song stuck in your brain, because it is the kind of song that you can't quite get out of your head. According to what we've observed on social media, the fans pretty much like Jaskier, the bard, and they were thrilled when the character kept appearing throughout the first season, even though some critics thought he was a bit annoying. And certainly, Jaskier and Geralt are also heavily favored by shippers. That might not have been the main factor in the audience's passion for The Witcher, but it undoubtedly played a part. Of course, we have to show appreciation for the amazing fight sequences in the series. Swords and sorcery are essential elements of any fantasy action series, and The Witcher has plenty of both. Beyond just having swords, the series also contains several excellent action scenes that demonstrate that care was taken to make them good, rather than merely adequate. A well-choreographed and well-shot sword combat stands head and shoulders above anything else. You need both, because if it's not recorded in a way that allows the viewer to appreciate it, it doesn't matter how well the actors master the moves. Both of these things are done in The Witcher, which makes the action thrilling to watch, as well as fulfilling. In addition to the swashbuckling action, the magic and fantasy realm in The Witcher is also enticing to a lot of fans and viewers. The first 5 minutes of The Witcher give fans a clear idea of what to expect. Fans are transported back in time to a medieval kingdom of magic, dirts, and battles by Netflix's fully immersive environment. The action scenes keep the audience on the edge of their seats, and the sets and the costumes are excellent. Like a computer game, the program also features missions for Geralt to do in each episode that are essentially self-contained. However, the main plot of Ciri, searching for Geralt throughout the entire program, keeps viewers interested, and the series arc is expertly designed for compulsive binge watching. Then there's Yennefer. Anya Charlotra did an amazing job portraying her character. There's plenty to admire about many characters in The Witcher, but Yennefer of Vengerberg, played by Anya Charlotra, has to receive a lot of love and admiration. Throughout Season 1, she effectively portrays two different characters. She is an outcast throughout the first half of the season due to her disfigured looks, and she is determined to study magic, to access the power it offers. She then goes through her change and has all the strength she could have possibly imagined, but she still feels incomplete. Yennefer is such a wonderful person. Yennefer is never a woman without power. She just isn't aware of how much of it she possesses. It may be her fragility, paired with outstanding prosthetics and makeup work, or her skills and confidence. Later, to put it mildly, her relationship with Geralt is convoluted, but that's part of what makes it so intriguing. We've said before that one of the appeals to the show is the mystery of time, but we also acknowledge it for its unique storyline. The first 8-episode season centers on Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer and how they're tied for a greater destiny. It is based on the short tale collections, The Last Wish, and Sword of Destiny. Although it's obvious that the short stories serve as inspiration, the authors didn't always follow the rules and didn't hesitate to elaborate on some ideas. For instance, the focus of the piece shifts to Yennefer, played well by Anya Chalotra, as a lady who loves turmoil. The writers elaborated on Yennefer's past in one of its most engaging storylines, depicting her difficulties with her physical deformities and how she used her anger to become a potent sorceress. One particular scene that stands out is when she eventually decides to take matters into her own hands and enters the room confidently, like a badass. You want her to succeed because you've seen how she's changed, and you may even feel sorry for her when she treats people badly or doesn't always do the best thing. And lastly, the whole cast of characters. How can you not admire each of their dynamics on the screen together? The performances on the show are a major asset and contribute to its success. From his gruff accent to his grim manner, Henry Cavill perfectly captures the character of Geralt. He can also hold his own in a sword duel. Joey Beatty does a fantastic job portraying Jaskier, capturing both his chatty and irritating traits, as well as his playful enthusiasm when performing tunes. The interactions between Geralt and Jaskier in the Netflix series are some of my favorites because the humor is spot on, and you can tell that the two have a bond, even though Geralt won't admit it. Freya Allan gives Ciri an innocence and unease that's essential, given that she spends the entire season running away and being surprised. Regrettably, despite Ciri's arc beginning well, she loses interest as the series goes on. In conclusion, you should start watching Netflix The Witcher now. Audiences and critics frequently have contrasting views on the value of a particular work of media. There are certainly times when a consensus among reviewers doesn't translate to the audience itself, as evidenced by the television show that endures for 7 seasons while receiving mixed reviews, or the action film that dominates the box office despite receiving harsh criticism. The Witcher on Netflix, starring Henry Cavill, is a noteworthy illustration of this. The series is unexpectedly enjoyable. Honestly speaking, based on the well-known books by Andrzej Sapkowski, The Witcher delivers everything fans have come to expect: nasty, gruesome battles, close-up views of adored characters like Yennefer and Geralt, and an unpredictable world where you never know who to trust. The first season of The Witcher was tremendously well-liked, at least among the general populace. Even a few weeks after the majority of the audience has watched it in one sitting, probably more than once, fans are still talking about it. But the critics weren't exactly thrilled. On Rotten Tomatoes, Season 1 received more than favorable negative reviews, but fewer of the good reviews were as gushing as the majority of the viewer comments. Clearly, the list we shared with you today is proof that Netflix The Witcher is a surefire hit. Hopefully, you're convinced enough by now to watch the series, because that's all the time we have for today's video. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.